So welcome to the Sacred Heart Circle. And this is a very unique circle today because we have all the conscious leaders here that attend the circle. So I am so excited, but let's be grounded today. And I'm gonna do probably 9 or 10 to 10 minutes of meditation. So that's just the ground or whatever that you come before or whatever that you're gonna do later on, just park it aside and just be present in your body. I'm just gonna share the music and you can close your eyes, you can lie down or you can sit up, make yourself comfortable before I play this.
This is a Radiance Glow Heart and Womb meditation. Sitting in a comfortable position of your choice, lying down or sitting up. Palms facing up. Permanent presence occurs when you have your inner vertical core turned on. This allows your radiance glow to flow effortlessly and fill yourself with a radiance glow. Take 10 connected breaths into the nose and out through the nose. Connected breath means no pauses between the inhale and exhale. The breath is moving in a continuous cycle. Take your time with this, allowing yourself to come into the present moment. Connecting your breath to awareness and presence. Now, bring your awareness to the center of the womb. Within your womb, there is a rose. Around this rose is a golden light. Focus your attention on this light. With the power of intention, visualize this light glowing brighter. As the golden light becomes brighter, the petals of the rose open further. Following out from the center of the rose is light coat. It begins to expand to connect to your auric field and the chakras within your body. I would like you to place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your womb. Taking your time to feel the connection of these centers. Visualize beautiful rose bloom within your womb. Feel the energy expand out through your body. Feel the golden rose and become brighter. Ine, Niku, Nia, Niate, Iku, Niateo, Te. Feel this beautiful light coat connecting to your heart, womb, and the infinity symbols glowing and flowing your heart womb area. The rose in your womb is so bloom and so bright. Now expand to your auric field, connecting to the four walls surrounding you. And this glow penetrates out the four walls, connecting to your environment, connecting to the earth and humanity. This is your divine feminine presence and ancient codes, connecting and merging with your energy field and consciousness. Allow this golden light to lovingly connect with your heart center, sending waves of love and healing to your body. Allow yourself now to send these beautiful lights and codes out to humanity and Mother Earth. You are now in the full present, connecting to the womb and your heart. Inai, Lia, Anaya, Ia ne, Iku, Natea, Onate, Ia ne, Ia, Inaeo, Iae, Enae, Enae.
In here, I like to invoke Shekinah by just saying the word 3 times, and she is with us. Shekinah, Shekinah, Shekinah. Allow this divine feminine presence to be with us today. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. So this is the Radiance Heart and Womb meditation. So let's share what is in our heart to conscious leaders in this sacred heart valley. What is present now? Who would like to start? We are here to support and holding the divine space as well. This is a check-in. Check into our heart and our womb. What is here today at present? Do I need to call the name?
I could share. I feel immense gratitude for having the support of my womb, of my heart, of the guides, of spirits. I feel fully supported and held. I feel honored to have this opportunity to remember who I came to be here on this earth, and to meet other people who are also on this path, getting to know who we are and where we come from. So yeah, just immense gratitude in my heart for this moment and this precious community who has held me and who has believed in me and my process. And it's been a few months, but it feels immense. You know, like the support I have received from all of you has been immense. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Jasmine. I have in front of me is Daisy. You want to share?
Yeah, I want to tag along. That's exactly what Jazz said. I just feel so happy nowadays. I wake up, feel my heart is filled with love, light, and joy, and just feeling so supported. It just, my heart just saying thank you and thank you, thank you, and all the collective of myself and all those years of struggle, all those years yearning to have a community, and now it's finally manifested, and just feeling like myself from the past and the future all at the moment, just saying thank you, I love you all. Thank you.
It wasn't thank you, Daisy. I was like, you're just like behind your Daisy, like always.
Aww.
I wanted to invite you to open. I don't know what is in front of you on the screen. Just put gallery, so you see everybody. So it's not only speaker. So I always in the circle. I see everyone. I don't see myself. So I see everybody. So yeah. So you can tap into everybody. So very different, right? So many faces. So yeah. So what is from me is Kyle, Christina, and then Janice.
Love you all so much. I feel so much gratitude for you all, and definitely feeling a huge, like, momentous, like, shift into like my calling, like my heart's calling, and with like divine creativity and doing my artwork and my artistry and all of that. It's like fully being rebirthed in like such a magical way, and totally resonate. I remember it just with coming to mind, Christina, is when you were talking about before with like you being creative as well, like how it comes back around and it shifts and it takes on new form with like more strength and like loving power and resonance. And I feel like, yeah, I'm at a place now where it's fully tapping into my creativity, like doing more of my art, but it's having like more like heart and soul and like depth, and it's just like living art, and it's like I totally get it now. So thank you, and thank you for everyone for holding space for me and from like shifting from all the like the old stuff, like it's gone, and just now fully being in that space of just like pure joy and like that heart space of creativity and coming from the heart, but really feeling that and like all of my being and my fiber, and just me showing up, like especially at work too, it's like different. Everything is different. Like I feel strong. It's like this humble, like loving presence that is just like so powerful in the most beautiful way. And just like have to show up, and like the magic just happens in experiencing that. And like today I got like a download to just like start being as creative as I can. Like I wanted to create before I went to work, but it was like I was energetically creating. But when I got home, I started drawing, and it's definitely part of like a new offering that I'm gonna be doing. So I just wanted to share with you. So it's like starting to draw like all like magical essence of myself, and then now connecting to others of their like magical essence and bringing that to like paper to help others remember through like creative visuals, like intuitive messages. So I feel like it's definitely taking on new form, because I think for a while with my art that I was just creating it and it would only go up to a certain level and like certain energy vibration, right? And then I would stop. It was almost like my body was kind of short circuiting, like it couldn't handle like like a lot of energy than what my body was already experiencing. So now I feel like I'm like past that threshold of like being able, my body, my vessel, my container being able to hold a lot more energy and like vibration. So it's just like everything is coming through now. So I'm just so excited. So thank you all.
I can feel your strength. It's definitely that the strength has created space, your inner space there. And you're feeling so grounded. So grounded. So I feel a new call, it's a rebirthing. So we are looking forward to your new creation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of drawings. Yes. Thank you for sharing. So next we have Christina.
I hate to bring down the party, but I'm feeling really nauseous. I've been feeling really nauseous for a while. I thought I was sick, but it's not. It's just this kind of constant feeling of like, I don't know, this churning in my stomach. Because what's really becoming, what I am really being shown is less of, you know, this like spiritual uplifting, but more of the density of the human race right now, and falling deeper into my calling, which is becoming more and more, less and less about transformation and more about skills to hold the integration space after the transformation, you know, and really, you know, seeing that in my own experience, how so many people, I'm just really seeing the conditioning that holds us back from fully experiencing the fullness of our spirit in this human form. And every day I come up against, you know, the darkest manifestations of embodied spirits, and I am met with new challenges on how to remember that I am only as strong as the weakest link. You know what I mean? So it's not just about the people who are rising, but it's also the people who are still down. And for me, I am just really feeling so called to just go back to super basics and start really funneling out basic skills for life, you know, how to breathe, how to emotionally regulate, how to self-soothe, how to co-regulate, how to regulate on your self-regulate, how, you know, just the mechanics of being human in the most in a way that it's what comes forward for me is we all should have been taught this from the beginning, and a lot of us were actually already knew it and were taught like conditioned out of it. Now we have all this conditioning and all these blocks, and we're practicing this new way of releasing it, but then the releasing can also cause more blocks. You know, so what's really coming forward for me is like, okay, yes, transformation, and then how do we hold the integration space, and how do we really embody this transformation back into the cellular consciousness so that we can continue to grow. This is, I don't know if I'm making any sense, but this is like the basis of what is coming forward for me. You know, it's less about like I really love, I love going up into the cosmos and astral projecting and all of that stuff, and I love creating that space for other people. But right now I feel spirit is calling me to stay on the ground and to just train the soldiers on how to live in their bodies so that we can start to transcend more. So that's what's really present for me. And the more I stay in that, the more nauseous I feel. I'm actually not feeling nauseous anymore. Like it just went away. For like, I feel like I just like let out what I was experiencing, so it's starting to alleviate a little bit. But yeah, the density that I'm holding right now is intense on the human plane. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm sitting right here. I'm feeling into what you said, Christina, and it's so real in my body. And the word that came out, I just sort of like putting into the priestess of myself. And with that mudra is the dark code. We have a light code, but Christina is holding the dark code. That's the void code. That is my interpretation. And she is training the warrior on earth. The warrior on earth have to start from the void. They have to descend first. And they have to come back to the body first. So that she ascend. So I'd like to ask that is anyone who have some saying or sharing the support for Christina here.
I love how you shared your spiritual process, because there's no separation from what you're doing. We could go as high, ascend. We also have descension. So it's like we rise and then our body has to integrate everything that we receive from other realms and every dimension. And when it gets integrated in your body, it becomes whole. So this darkness and this lightness, there's no separation. I believe you're unifying inside and out. So as above as below. So I'm thinking of like this 8, it's like a world that's up there, and then the inner world. It's like the inner sun, the outer sun, the inner moon, the outer moon. So like we all go through phases. Transformation, when I think about transformation, it's a full-time job. The more you transform, it just becomes like kind of like airplane mode. It just happens. Like we don't have to keep doing the same transformation. It just, you evolve from that. And I honor your process a lot, because that is not easy, because as a light, you are a light warrior. That's what I see you, as a light warrior, light worker. You're evolving to see light in every form. And honoring that process is beautiful, just as beautiful as any dimension. So we love you. We don't see you as anything else. We love you just as you are. You're still Christ. You're a crystal child forever and always. Infinitely, we see the crystal in you as in all of us. And we're here to assist each other. I'm new, but I feel old. I'm ancient. It's this creative process. There's so many layers and levels, to the point that like we got to go to the basics and teach the ones who don't know about, certain, valuing ourselves, how to self-soothe, how to self-care all over again, because the way we self-care may not relate to somebody else from a different dimension, or, whatever earth they're from, but we were from their as well. So we got to see it from other eyes, because the love's there. They're still a child of Christ, right? And I value that. I think we needed to hear from you. So I feel the gratitude even more. When I feel the density and the pain, I give more gratitude to that. So much more. Because it's felt. You're a divine feeler. As feminines, when we go through phases, we feel the moons. Even our moon, we have our own moon phase, and we feel for the collective. Sometimes what you're feeling is not even just you, it's just everyone else. There's fractals. So we're here. Honorable. Love you, sis. Thank you for sharing.
I would like to share, Christina, when you were talking, I was getting so many visuals. So I feel all the great work that you're doing, it basically, when you were talking, it activated within me, like I was actually finally seeing like my blind spot. Like it brought me back to when I was 19, and everything that I couldn't see then, it's like I'm seeing now. And it's almost like all the ages are like coming back into one. And I'm like, now it's like, I feel like strong and centered, but it's now like activating. It's like I see these like kind of like when you open up a book and you see those all the pages, right? They like just kind of float, right? And I see that like for me, it's like the ages, each age like that. So it's like really becoming real, and like you really brought me back to like my body and like that grounded state. But I don't feel like you know how before I was feeling like emotional and all the pain and all of that. It's like seeing it all in a neutral state without any emotion, and just seeing it for what it was and just like honoring it. But it's like, yeah, I can see all like the different parts of me in like these pages of books. And it's just like absolutely beautiful. I've never ever felt that before. So I want to thank you so much for just activating that within me, and for shifting like the consciousness of the world, because we need that more than ever now. And thank you for keeping things real. I honor you so much and love you so much. Love you all. Whew.
I think Daisy, you have something to share earlier.
I'm not very good at processing emotions, but I just want to cry. So beautiful. Our processing, our journey on earth is so beautiful. And thank you for sharing your vulnerability and your journey with us. I know sometimes we're feeling so much, even take quite some vulnerability and courage even to express, to talk about it. And yeah, thank you for sharing that. I just found so much beauty in the way how you express yourself. In that, I feel so much deep healing, multiple layers of healing of myself through many ages that part of me haven't able to process. Yeah. And yeah, thank you so much. I do have something else to share. It may or may not relate. How about I ask everyone else share, and then I can share something later. I felt like I kind of like do, because a lot of time when I expand in the upper realm, I also really wanted to ground myself on 3D level and anchor. And so there's something that I and Lillian we've been discussing for a while, and like we want to also share. So but I want to wait for everyone else sharing too. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you all.
I wanted to share a piece that I think that I have shared again and again, but I wanted to bring into here too. So I felt that density before, Christina, and you and I shared the most. So before, again, going back to the hospital moment, that is like 4 weeks before. And I really felt into, like, I was not aware that I was feeling into that. So I had a fight with cashier people in a grocery shop. So yeah, and I had a fight. And I was cursing them. And I was on the road. And I came back home when I sat in a sacred space, that like a theater in front of me for the whole day, for the 4 weeks. And then there's the COVID lockdown. I go into the fear mode of collective. And I feel like the whole day is just like a movie. And one day I'm good and one day I'm not. And until like I really become conscious, it's just one day, like, you know, sometimes we have high energy, we can see everything about ourselves as a shadow. And I was like, that's not me. I never feel into that. I never speak to people like that. Like, I'm never curse people on the road. And, you know, not until that intensity. So I fell into like really intense of myself. And I was like, oh my God, I am embody. Who's talking to me? Okay, something else. Telegram pop up. So I actually embody the 3D. When I say embody, I was the 3D. And I experienced it in my body. And I processed that when I was in the hospital. It just all coming flooded. And you were there holding me, Christina. And then I shift. After 48 hours, I had a quantum jump. And you are the only one there watching my live, my presentation. And I don't even know that what am I talking about, but I did. And I had that recorded, I played back as well. And I also embody the 4Ds. I fell into the polarity and I gone crazy. I'm this, I'm that, no, this one, like just in the middle. Like one leg on the 4D, one leg on the 3D. And then you feel that your body is no longer there, no longer in 3D and 4D. And then how do I make it peaceful? I'm going to unite 3 and 4 and 5 to unity turn to 1. So I tend not to, because I embody and I see it and I feel it, just like how you feel it as well. And I know that the halfway here and there. And now, like, you know, I fell into like a completely different person too. And that is continue my journey, which is even though I can't even go back. And the only thing that I fell into the unity in our own multiple layers. So when we make ourselves into, this is my perception, that when I make myself in the unity, in the neutrality, my mind is peace. I keep sharing as well, the freedom that I felt into my body, and also that the peace fell into my body. And it's so funny though, when I get the 2 COVID jets, I have no issue. And I felt really freedom and joy. And I was feeling into people said, oh, they are DNA and all of that, right? That made the fear even more. So that is the fear that I feel into the collective. And my husband was yapping me as well. Everyone in my family is already jet, but not me, because I was insist that something's going to be happen and something is not right. So yeah, so I did it anyway. After that hospital come back, I went straight away. And just like you, I asked myself, whether it's okay. Say go. And I just go and did it. And I just don't even think about it anymore. So yeah, and then I start continuity. I create lots, just like how I create a lot. And then there's the neutral that I feel in peace that you feel. So when you feel into your body, as you're very feeling into body, that peace, it actually ripple effect out. It's just very little, very, very little. I'm not talking about, oh, I'm in peace, that everybody will be in peace. Definitely not the case. So yeah. So that is how I learned to embody 3D, 4D. And I wanted to go back, but there's no reason for me I wanted to go back as well. It's just not there anymore. The template of that is gone. So yeah. Then I'm building this. You know my journey, Christina, the most here, and it just comes, it still manifests so quickly. Even though come here without even, I even close my eyes here. It's just like, it's so power, internal, like, I don't need to do much. And go into back today, hearing your foundation, go to the void. I know, oh, you're going back to the void the second time. And I know that when you sit in the void, there is the real Christina coming out.
I live in the void.
Yes.
That's where I live. Like, I am the priestess of the void.
And for the void, that's where everything that you can hear and you create, and the real word come out as who you are now. So yeah. Is there any more things to share with Christina?
I would like to share. I just want to thank you, Christina, for showing up as your authentic self, vulnerable. And I feel like we're all remembering that process of integration as humans. You know, our ancestors, they knew what to do, how to integrate this work, because without integration, this work is nothing. It's really an illusion, you know, and we're still figuring out as a humanity, what does it mean to integrate? And I think that's really powerful that you're bringing this up in this conversation and you're giving us space to really reflect. What does it mean to integrate, and how do I integrate? And do I integrate? Or am I afraid to go there? So yeah, I just want to honor you for that. And speaking about the warriors that are still waking up, because, you know, a lot of people are going to go through the symptoms where they don't understand what's going on and they don't understand why their thoughts are changing. And we have to be the ones to step in and give clarity and give guidance and let them know that they don't have to be afraid, and that there is something really beautiful from this process, because it's not easy to do this work. It does take people that are courageous and strong, and people that are willing to listen to their heart and their intuition, to go deep, to go to the places that we didn't even know were there. We didn't even know existed within us. So yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up. And I go back to being in the body, because if we're not in the body, if we were not in our body, we were not process or experience any of these things. We can't go high up in the sky without this body. This body does so much to, you know, for us. It's always doing things for us at every moment as we talk right now. And we need to really come back to that grounding with Mother Earth and come back to our bodies, the simplicity of our breath, and how magical it is just to breathe. And learning how to slow down our breath is so important. And the shamans knew how to do this. And now we have to be those modern shamans that learn how to slow down our breath and be intentional and be conscious people. Every step we take with consciousness. And it's a lot. It's a big responsibility. It's huge and it's not easy. And we may only share, you know, the beauty of it, but I think we should normalize the pain too. and give space to the darkness to shine, because the darkness shines. It's the same how, Janice was saying, it's the same. It's that unity. The darkness and light is the same. So we really need to normalize speaking about these experiences. And it's not a taboo thing. It's not a downer. It's not a party pooper at all. It's the human aspect of us, because we are multidimensional. We are having a human experience, and give gratitude for the ego and this dense emotions that remind us, hey, you're human just like anyone else, and you're not superior to anybody. So thank you for bringing that up.
Can I share something too that came to mind when Jazz was talking? Christina, what you're going through now is so powerful. So it brought me back to when it was like 2012, when like the whole world was sheen and it was like that whole uproar of like shit was like coming to the surface. And it was like at that point where people were talking about like shifting, right? But it was like this point of, are you gonna shift? Or are you gonna stay stuck in your old ways? So it's like, I feel like you're that energy of giving people like a second chance to like awaken. So for example, so like if I didn't like answer the call to like wake up out of like my like old self, like and to shift when I did. So it's like the people that were still asleep then, it's like now is an important time that you're holding space for millions and billions of people to like shift and awaken to this new energy. So it's like you're bringing them to the light, right? So it's like you're feeling that all, you're feeling that call to like just you being you, like and processing everything that you're processing in that, just you doing like you, like it's shifting all of that to like help like the other like half of the world who are kind of, they know within their heart that they're ready to shift, but they don't know how. So it's like you're that energy, that essence, like that power force to just like reawaken people to like new life. So it's almost like that whole process with like Jesus and Easter, like how I was going through all of that. It's like that whole same energy is kind of like a second Easter that's being taken place right now, of like people dying to their old ways of being that no longer serves them. It's like a huge gift and blessing with what you're going through, and you have a very important mission. So just keep doing what you're doing. It's creating great change and you are arising. It's just think of it right now that what I'm getting is basically like you're in earth, right? Like it's almost like coming up to spring again. But I feel like it's almost like a season behind that people are feeling, and you're feeling that. So you're just really helping them to fully shift and break through from the ground. And I feel like the whole world is gonna tectonic like shift. Like it's gonna, like that vision that I got when we were in that meditation during Easter with when you showed me when we that first journey that I did with the new earth, that's happening again. So it's like this like last bit of this purging before there's that huge explosion of like new life and new birth. It's like a second spring. So yeah, like it's just very powerful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I honor you so much. You got this. You're like the new Earth Wonder Woman. Like I can totally see that, like with the lasso and all of that. Like I feel like for you to watch that movie, if you haven't seen it or to watch it again, it's just embodying that, like that warrior. Like, yeah, yeah, very powerful.
It's so funny that you bring up that movie, because I watched when I watched Wonder Woman for the first time, my father was dying of cancer in the same room with me. And so the image that came to me during this meditation, first, thank you all for sharing. This is beautiful. And you're really helping me to accept who I am, which I've been struggling with. Because like the image that came to me during the meditation we just did, Lillian, which I think I've done before, it sounded very familiar, was Mother Mary came to me, and what I was thinking as she was just sitting with me. She didn't say anything, but what was going through my mind was that all the connection that she had to spirit, all of the deep practices that she had to help her on this earth did not save her son from dying. So she still had to watch all of that happen to Jesus and then live after he ascended into heaven, you know, and keep moving through. So how do we teach people how to, you know, understand that the human experience is all of it, you know, and that the spiritual practices are wonderful and they'll make you feel good, but death is still part of the human experience, and holding the grief of everything that comes forward in our path is part of it always. So yeah, I'm sorry, I keep bringing it down, but that was what came really, just like it keeps coming forward. It's like, you know, there's so much beauty in that as well, you know. So
I'd like to share something with Christina. Is basically like a midwife. 9 months in the womb, 9 months out, and then you see the rebirth. And you know what? Birth may not be all beautiful and joyful. It can go other way. So you are basically the humanity midwife. So you feel everything.
birth guardian, remember?
Remember?
Birth guardian.
Yes, that meditation, you did it before because it's cosmic feminine meditation. I don't know why it's coming along. I was checking what meditation should we do for grounding. Let's do this. It's only 9 minutes, but it's very deep. So yeah, midwife. Yes. Is there anything that anyone wanted to share? Thank you.
Oh, I can share a little. Yeah, I love that because death itself is ending a cycle, so we can move on with a new beginning. It is an important dosage of healing, so we can renew from the purity, the point of 0 point, and pure, no burden. We just start from beginning, like a newborn baby. We don't have any burden, any identification. No more the tightness of human suit. And also want to point out one more thing. Kyle mentioned about the superwoman in Christina. I suddenly sensed this sensation. Christina has such a huge healing gift. Yes. I felt like this sensation just spiraling around my body, my spine, just get a chiropractic treatment instantly, just and got a line. Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Christina holds a powerful role in the humanity and also definitely in this Sacred Heart Valley. And she walked the talk. She embodied herself, embodied her message very strongly. So yeah. So again, I just wanted to, Christina, the reason that I'm here because what you're doing. So yeah. So I'm just going to go a little bit of shift as well. Is there any more that before we wanted to share the last thing? Christina, do you have more to share?
No, I feel very complete. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing. That was very, I feel so held and supported, and because I can feel it gets a little lonely in the void, you know, especially like as a spiritual being, because so many people are, you know, I feel like everyone wants to go to the light, you know, and I want to go there too. Like it just feels so good there, you know, and then like I just keep getting pulled down, like so. So I just appreciate I appreciate being seen and heard and supported and loved in this space. So thank you so much.
I'm just honored that all of you guys here today, because it's such a difficult to get everybody together, but we made it. And now I like Jess. So I like Janice to come in and to introduce herself. And I know that all of you we have, but we also started to introduce us. We want to go again all around and to introduce a deeper layer as well. And because we are now sharing our heart and womb message, and now we're going to be introduced, you know, like this is formally introduced because we have all of us here. So yeah, Janice, do you want to start?
I'm actually just feeling my grief right now. Like literally I could just cry. Because what came up is my relationship with my father. And my father's a Scorpio. So he passed away last year. And I was working through a lot of my divine father healing, because I knew he was going to pass away. And I had to accept the grief, accept the pain, but still find joy in the process of it. It's really hard to integrate everything. There's just cycles of it. And this healing process, this transformation that's within me, I really feel like a different person when my father left, like physically. Like I had to transform. I had to go really high, high, high to anchor all those beautiful codes and then bring it down, which is not easy at all. I feel that the reason why I go so high is to connect with my father, knowing that he's on the other side and I'm here dealing with the grief, but also sharing my light in that process. And I feel that one of the reasons why I'm here is because all of you see my heart, feel my heart, because a part of my heart is your heart too. We're all pieces to this puzzle. And I just want to cry and just share the vulnerability that's within. And moon phases, especially water moons, are always so hard, but yet so good. It feels good. Knowing that these feelings, feeling that pain knows that there's love there. When you feel so deeply, it's because your heart is fully there for somebody, knowing that you are loved. When someone that you love so much, who tells you I love you in their last days and not hear that again, is hard. I miss those I love yous from my own father so much. I want to thank you guys for holding space right now.
Can we send some and heal to Janice right now by holding the hand like this? I love you, Janice.
Thank you.
Thank you for being so vulnerable.
We love you so much, sister. Thank you for trusting us, for allowing us to see a piece of your precious heart.
I feel your heart being you so much and sending you so much love. And your father, I saw your father. Your father's giving you a big hug and just holding you in loving comfort with a smile on his face and how proud he is of you. He loves you so much and know that he's always within your heart and always there for you, just in a different form. So much love to you. Always remember. Always remember. Heaven is within your heart. Your Father is within your heart.
Oh, so I am having I feel no beginning or end to you and I right now. I feel so incredibly connected. I lost my father in 2020, and I get it. You know, we know that the spirit lives on and that they exist in other ways. They send us signs. We feel their presence. But man, do we miss that body? Those hugs, those eyes, oh,
Yep.
the voice, all of it. We miss that body, you know? Oh, and that's the thing that we mourn for, you know, and long for. And my whole body is tingling right now as I ache to feel his arms around me. So I feel you in this moment. I know. And I'm with you, feeling this together. And this is what I was speaking into, that the grief that we feel and the strength to keep going on with our mission as we have to figure out how to release the love and the longing for those whose missions are complete. And knowing that they are still there, but in a different form. But yeah. Sending you so much love as you hold this massive, massive experience.
Wow. I feel so warm and loved in this moment.
I would like to send you all some Father healing that wants to come through. Okay, so just open your heart and just allow your heart to receive it. Tisu kunaki sakana, tusi kana si tunasi tisi kina tusi kina. Let your father wounds be healed. It is now time. Tisu kana ti kana su kunu tisi kuna si tusi kana ti sakana tusana hi sakana tusi kuni suna ti kana susana ti sakana su tisi ti sukana tuna kina su tuna si kunu tuna si tuni kana su.
Thank you so much, Kyle. Thank you so much. And I felt the father wound today as well coming up. I had a reading with Grace, and she said my father came in. My father passed away like 6 years ago, but the last time I saw him, I was 8 years old, and just wondering about him most of my life. If he thought about me, if he loved me, or he was proud of me. And she just reassured me, and she said that he's proud of me and that he's one of my angels. So I just had to cry after the call, because as a child, just wanting your father to love you, and I can't even remember those words from him at all. I can't remember a loving moment with him. I can't really remember anything positive about him. Because all I felt towards him was anger as a child. So much anger and resentment. But now I feel like I've been given the opportunity to forgive him and to have a different relationship with him. And knowing that he's always there and he's part of me. And I know that. And he always loved me and he always thought about me. And I know this was not easy for him either, because I was his first child. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for sharing your vulnerability. And it's just truly beautiful. I have my own process all those years because for so many years I live away from my family and they're in China, and my parents, they do aging, and every time when they got sick, go to the hospital, like there's moment of feeling kind of like, how can I support them? And so I have to go through my own internal process. How would I be able to take that? And knowing that they don't have anyone but themselves, but at the same time trying to see that there's always a place where the eternal soul resides, where I will always have a strong faith in that eternity of peace, grace, and their beauty of their true essence. I did had my years of long process. After my grandma passed away, I didn't know her death until about a year later, and I felt like there's not enough time for me to process that in her last year and moment of death that I wasn't there. So for years, I've been trying to process that burden or some kind of guilt. But through my years of processing, I know that she's never a part of with me. She's like, whenever I think of her, I just close my eyes. She's only inches away. She's always with me. She's the one who initiated me my own spiritual journey. I can always feel her in my dream. So almost like there's a shield, a veil, a veil. It's so thin. The only separation is only my own illusion. And in the dream world or in the trance space, in the vision, I can always feel her. And so through my own inner process, throughout the years, she walked with me in my own dark night of the soul, in my own inner shadow work, in my own inner child connection. And nowadays, she's slowly morphing into the inner child. That face, you know, when she played with me, she just looked like my inner child. And I find it so beautiful. I know it's very hard to understand for most people, at least my family, they still carry the wounding and the pain of her passing. But I always trying to tell them that she's good. She's in a good place. I always play with her. So it just felt like there is the place where that wounding of separation, but the same place through that purity and that void place, we find inner assurance of each other's comfort and purity and play. That place that's so light and lighter than the soul or than the air, and we can all play and fly and explore through all dimensions together. And it's just so beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm deeply grateful to be here with you all. So honored and blessed. Thank you.
I can relate to Daisy what you share as my journey also initiated by my grandmother. So yeah. So all of us have that piece of love, and we all share that piece of our heart to all of us here, and it's just so beautiful. And Thank you, Janice. We're healing each other. And right here, I see all of you just right here in front of the screen. Then we don't really need to introduce each other. We are one. Then we could feel it now. So amazing. You guys are so beautiful. Mm.
Thank you so much for this healing, this unexpected healing that I didn't even know I needed. I didn't even know I needed this. I did need this so much. So thank you so much, and thank you for Spirit, for the spontaneous and beautiful ways. You never really know what's going to happen. So thank you so much.
Mm.
I am honored to hold space for you as the Divine Brotherhood and the Divine Masculine, for holding space for you all, for your hearts to heal. And your hearts are now healed fully and completely. I love you all, my divine mothers and divine soul sisters of the heart. Thank you for all that you do and continue to do. I love you. 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 I love you.
Thank you, Kyle, for healing the masculine and for being a beautiful example of a man, a different type of man, a new earth man that could feel, that could hold space for women with no judgment or expectations, just love, seeing us for who we are. Thank you so much. This is really precious moment for me.
We are a piece of our Sacred Heart. So I want to have a question to you, that why you are here today in the Sacred Heart Circle. So why you are in the Sacred Heart Valley and Sacred Heart Circle, conscious leaders.
I am here today because I believe in our humanity. I believe that we could change. I believe that every single person has a beautiful, precious heart that just needs to be opened. And I believe that we are truly a family, that we could come back to that cosmic family that holds no judgment and can see each other and witness each other with joy and love, proud of each other, no competition, no expectations, no stereotypes, no roles, none of that. That's why I'm here, because I believe in our humanity.
Thank you, Jess.
I would like to share. So everything has just became more clear today, as in knowing the truth of me healing the divine masculine fully as of today, and fully stepping forward into my purpose of the divine masculine embodiment, one with Jesus, and healing the world through the divine masculine.
I trust that, Carl, that is your bigger vision now. Christina, why you are in the Sacred Heart Valley and why you are here?
I am in the Sacred Heart Valley because I was led here. And like all things in my life, they usually find me with a gentle intention. And it's more than I could have ever wanted or manifested without divine intervention. And I'm here today because Spirit has been trying to get me to accept something that I have been resisting for a very long time. And I when we started doing the Cosmic Feminine Circle, I was talking to you about becoming a priestess and stepping into my priestess. And I remember setting an intention then that I wanted to know what I was the priestess of. And I figured it out today. And I've already said it once, but I am the priestess of the void. And I am, oh my God, my whole body just tingled. You know, and there's the little girl in me that's like, my inner child's like, no, I don't want to do that. You know, I wanted to be the priestess of the light. You know, I wanted to be the princess of the, you know, fairyland. But like, but that's just not, you know, I don't think I would be happy there. Once I went there, I'd be like, no, this isn't really my thing. So, you know, I've always been really drawn to like Hades and Osiris and the gods of the underworld. They've always been, you know, if I were asked, you know, what was my favorite Egyptian god and who was my favorite Greek god, these are the ones that I would love. But it's my Christian background of the devil that I think is holding me back. I think that's where the nauseousness is coming from. Is that like this attachment to hell and the underworld being a place of gnashing of teeth and punishment. And I think I have been playing that out in my relationship to it, and that's what's been causing a lot of resistance. And I actually was feeling like feeling myself pull away from the Sacred Heart Valley and community and the leaders and everything. So I felt myself like, you know, convincing myself that I didn't belong here. But today was a complete erasing of that thought and stepping into releasing that relationship to the void and stepping into my new path as a priestess. So thank you all for being part of that, because that is amazing.
There's liberation, right? So
yes,
priestess of the void, the priestess of the void is to feel into 0 point. The 0 point. So when you are in the void, feel that 0 point and you will detach and your neutrality coming in and bring yourself in the unity. So you can go to Carl Ferry, just pop in. If you can't be one, wear something, right? Bring something, costume with you, become one. Remember, when we become, we feel into our body and just play. Just play. And the magic is from the play. So yeah. Daisy, why are you in the Sacred Heart Valley?
There's a deep calling. deep calling. My first spiritual awakening back in 2007, 2008, I was still in China. I have this feeling that suddenly I just sense there's a calling of community, conscious community. I just feel this excitement and joy where this playground land of community where everybody can just be like a kids and play and fully blossoming our inner magic and just play. We all just kids. I would be like looking at TV and watching Obama and George W. Bush. I was like, oh, they're kids too. I see everyone like kids. And I was just telling my mom, everyone around, that the conscious community, we're gonna manifest it. And they saw that I'm insane and sending me to different mental health doctors.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I just paying attention. Continue.
I know. You just being being part of the kids vibe. I love it. So that was what brought me to United States, because I see it gonna manifest first in United States. And then ever after that, I've been mingling and just brainstorm, interact with different circle and circle hopping from one after another and networking, and just I see that in everybody. It's all deeply in our own heart, in our soul, in our bone, in our DNA blood. We have this memory, how we used to be when we were in Lemurian, in Atlantean. We have this memory, this big village. We all belong to the same big community village. That is what brought me here and brought everyone here together. At least that's how I feel, deeply resonate when I see any single sentient being. I recognize that right away. And that's why I'm here. Thank you. I love you all.
And Janice, why you are in the Sacred Heart Valley?
I think the reason why I'm here is to play, to have fun, and to feel connected with my inner child, because I have a huge inner child, and all I want to do is share the joy of the inner child's heart. And it's not just my inner child, but my divine feminine and my masculine aspects. So my whole heart brought me here, as simple but profound as it is.
Any more props? I'm just looking at my bed. There's nothing on my bed anymore. Okay, let's have 2 minutes break and then come back and then we'll continue to play. We come back, just get a water and go to anywhere.
Actually, Lillian,
yeah,
I have to go because my visitor's here.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much. Love you. We'll connect soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Do you guys wanted to have 1 minute or 2 minutes break and come back? Okay, let's do the 2 minutes break and then come back, and then we're going into the next one. Okay, alrighty.
behind me. One day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along with the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go. I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to
Yes,
the
yes, come
water
on.
no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be.
Guys, come on.
See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along with the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Yay. Is everybody back? I'm just waiting for Christina. I'm just gonna share screen. How's everybody feel?
Good.
Good. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Great. Waiting for Christina coming back and then we can continue. Oh, that's a message. Snacks is fine. Kyle, any snack is good. Jerky, haha, great. I love jerky. Love it. Uh-oh. Okay, while waiting, I'm just gonna play some songs. Let me see.
Lil, I can't hear the music. Is it playing?
Oh yeah, it's on. I need to stop share screen.
Dear God, I face that which scares me. I am frightened by that which lies ahead. And so I place this situation and all related circumstances in your hands. Take this burden from me. As I place it in your hands, I ask that my thoughts be transformed from fear to confidence, from fear to courage, from fear to faith. May angels be to my left and to my right, in front of me and behind me, and above me and below me, as I walk my path. Dear God, remind my mind that you have already handled this problem. You have already taken this burden from me. Tell me where you would have me go. What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? That my life might be a bridge from the problem to the answer. And so it is. Amen.
I haven't heard anything from Christina yet, so I hope that she's okay. Let me see if she's back. I just text Messenger. All right, maybe we'll just continue then. Okay. So when she come back, I'm just gonna be a repeat, and because it's important that for Christina to be understand as well what is the changes. When I say changes, this is already done. There's nothing to change, but because we are coming here sort of like, you know, like live together, so I wanted to bring into the understanding, and also the time for you to have questions. So I'm here for you guys to you know, if you have any questions, just ask away. So yeah, so this, as I already shared it in the chat, but I thought I just gonna use, you know, to use my voice and present here to share this again. So when you have a new members coming in, and when you do live or even the co-create with people, right, bring into whatever that you hear here, bring into your community as well, because it is important for you as a conscious leader to understand first, so that you can pass the message or share the message or your mission as well to the community, because it will be a bigger mission that you are going to be part of a bigger mission. It's definitely part of different mission. So Daisy is here to be continuous at the second part of it. So I'm just going to be explaining what's the first part of it first. So as you know that I have these download that coming through that I anchor on the napkin or on the serviette one day, and I was hand driven in a coffee shop, and it was the community was quite empty. It's only like probably 2 or 3 only, and there's no specific name on the community yet. But I know that it will come because when I was completion of my drawing, I already saw some sort of like a beaming light on the napkin. And I know that it's just like the soul is already coming. Someone is landing, like the soul is coming. I was like, oh, this is interesting. It's just an inner knowing. Again, I no idea whether this is true or not, but I know that this is what I was guided, and not only that, I just wanted to do. And when I do that on the napkin, it feels so real. So when I say it feels so real, is I'm actually feeling into my body. Like each community I feel into my body is part of my body. So slowly, and you guys already, like Jazz and Kyle and even Daisy wasn't in there yet, and it's only Krishna and me, and yeah, and also my sister. So you guys just coming for you guys join the community, but it's not conscious leaders. It's not part of the leader. And somehow the more that I speak to you, and it was only like 3 of you come and approach me, and we have closed the connection and closed the heart-to-heart connection, and slowly I get to know you. And I come into my awareness that that beaming soul is part of you. So when we had conversation, I was asking a lot of interview questions, and I know that it's not an interview question. It is part of like, I really wanted to know, whether this is suitable for you without painting the beautiful pictures ahead. So you guys answer the question as from your heart, and that is exactly what I wanted to hear. So I just describe what I received, and which is in the heart coherence and feel into resonance. So you got a spot there. So you see, it is already there. So I'm can't really selling you the spot, right? Like I'm not selling anything. So that is all coming into this sacred geometry, as in seed of life. So I was already started seeding on the 22nd of February. So that is, I was drawing all the seeds of life together, the geometry together, and started to pop along the community. And I thought, okay, this is the gap, and you guys come in, and what you see in front of you, here, it is a very real, when you feel into your body, as Christina always said, feel into your body. So it's really real. That is the manifestation, is I feel it before it comes. So that is the magic. You feel it before it comes. And I have no idea, like no attach to what I need. And as you can see, we have embodied star seed. We have light language healing community, embodied children of the light, Pachamama Sacred Temple, and School of Divine Light, Fairies, Magic Garden. So all of you holding, the community leader, you are holding that pillars in your own community. So you bring in that community that is shine on this as part of the seed of life. And I know that the mission or desire will change, will shift, will evolve. But this is the original template. It's the original community where you are, let's say, birth. So you birth. Just feel into that where you're coming from. As in, oops. So that is showing us the bright light of the, the spirit is playing up here. like white, and then there's golden shining. I was like, whoa, okay. We are supported. So much support. It's the first time I didn't even touch anything. So yeah, so that is like, so as I said, that this is like an original template. So as Embodied Starseed and Light Language Healing Community is Daisy, to be put a name on it. Embodied Children of the Light, Christina. Pachamama Sacred Temple, Jazz, Fairy Magic Garden, Community Leader, and Sacred, I forgot her name, one of the Sacred Heart Valley Playground. So that is Janice. Janice is playing all with you. So yeah, so why it's called Playground and why Janice? Because when I connect with her, we just wanted to, I have no intention to have like, I know that I have a playground because it's my intention to create my content as a challenge. So I call it as Playground. So when the more that she share her stories with me, the more that she talk about the children, I was like, and I feel into, that's a playground. That's a really playground. And when she fell into, it's like, yes, I have a playground. I was like, no, you have the real playground. So I show her this particular thing that is the playground. And she's like, drop her jaw. So Christina, did you just come back? Or you just listen to the background? I just want to bring you, yeah, I can repeat because I just started.
Yeah, well, yeah, I just came back. I had a couple of little children who needed some co-regulation mom love. So they should be sleeping, but they're still awake. So
it's
yeah,
always like that, right? So yeah. All right, I'm just gonna go back again what we just said, but I haven't gone that far yet. So as I anchor the original template, which is when I say original template, it is the template that I draw. Did I show you that, Christina? Yes, okay, so I'm not gonna bring into that to you. So I know that I am repeating, but I wanted to say it right here as all of us here, because it's in the chat and then you forget. So I wanted to say it and also share right here so that you can bring into the sharing in your community. So by sharing into your community, you also bring into the alignment to your own community as well, and also with the others as well. And this, so you can see that this is the Seed of Life sacred geometry, and with this geometry we have a lot of, the circle. The circle consists of embodied star seed, and that is a Daisy. Host is the host, or the conscious leaders. Light Language Healing Community, that is a Daisy. Embodied Children of the Light, Christina. Pachamama Sacred Temple, Jazz. And School of Divine Light, that is myself. And Fairy Magic Garden, that is Kyle. And Janice is the middle part, as in Sacred Valley and Heart Valley Playground. And I think that Christina, you know the intention of the playground, so bringing the children in and just be play. And why Janice? So I connect with Janice before because I know that I don't have any, I'm not offering anything. We just connect as we felt to connection. So we talk. And I use this playground, the word is for the content creation. I was just sort of like bringing out and then more content creation. And when I fell into Janice and when she shares stories, I fell into the playground. And she fell into the playground as well. And I said that I have a playground for you. I said, yes, I know. I'm in the playground. I said, no, I have the real playground. So yeah, so she is in the middle. So she will be playing with you guys. And when I say playing with you guys, means that she will be all in your group. And she's like a kid who wanted to be with the mom. To be with you guys, and then her present in the container is very different that you guys feel into that today, and also it's really pure. I'm not saying that we are not, but it's just like that is where she play. So yeah, And where I wanted to do is just like, what is this diamond around this? So you guys are the diamond in your own community. Diamond is very solid. A diamond is really bright. So you guys are the pillars in your own community, and you play the pillars in the Sacred Heart Valley. Do you have any question? Nobody had a question? Christina, you have a question or not? No? Okay. All right. So I will be, so today it's just like, why am I saying this again? Because again, not only to present saying by my voice, and also that keep you guys up to date, because we haven't been getting together like this. And I haven't actually explained it by using my voice and share more. It's only in the chat. So that's the intention. So if you have a question, it is time to ask to clarify if you don't understand. Or if you have any suggestion, it is definitely welcome as well. So yeah. So these sacred geometries is actually, I was just intuitive when I was drawing on the serviette or napkin, right? The grid of these, even though without forming these sacred geometries, is already anchored in the Hawaii. I have no idea why. It just like go down, just on the sea there. It just hooked there. And I did ask myself that why not Australia? I'm here. So right, I'm here, right? Well, what's the point going over there? But slowly when I see that I need to update this as conscious community and conscious leaders. So when you guys come on board, I could see that very clear that things that I wanted to do and things that I had that in the vision as well, as in just like what Daisy said, that is, if I share these, like some people might share it to outside people would think that I'm like old fashioned. I like to bring all the children come back to the community to really do what they do when like grandmothers, they're talking, sharing the stories in the round circle, you know, like a stone, or even sitting on the floor, right? That is where the kids learn. And this is just sort of like I was painting the picture of myself, what am I here to serve? And I was bringing back to that, bringing my vision back over there. As when I said back over there, which is where I come from, in a way that, again, go back to Lemuria, which is, I feel really deep into it. And I have shared millions of times that my connection to that side. And I don't know how to build them. I don't know a lot of things. Then it just come into this, that in front of you of this sacred room is complete. So I basically have completed when you guys on board. I have completed my mission. And I'm only on the first page. I haven't checked the second page yet. So it's like completed. So what does that mean? Embodied Starseed and light language is the ascension tools. This is walking as a Christ consciousness of all the the Christ consciousness. This is where I am coming from. That is the path that I walk. And that is the path that a lot of people walk as the children of the light, the children of the source, the father, the mother. Pachamama temple, come back to the body as well. Feminine, ancient mothers, and divine father is also there. It's just on that temple. That is just, I was visioning, okay? I was feeling into all the community that I wanted to build, okay? And I was at School of Divine Light. I was like, okay, this is something new, but I know that I wanted to build leaders. I wanted to build leaders, and in terms of, if I see them, where's the gap? And I was jumping in. I was like, this is the right way of doing things. And this is the blind spot that you haven't seen it. That's where the school of the teaching is about you to build leaders. Fairy Magic Garden, as I receive the message about fairies is coming in, and you guys are already familiar with my posts, as fairies coming for helping the humanity and Gaia to ascend. And they are playing as in terms of the joy and also the happiness inner child, the purest of it. So the frequency of that is really, which is we have it on the 1st of May. I see it, I felt it, it's real. Any question from here? Okay. I know that I talk a lot about my thing, right? And I must sit there. Well, this is not really mine because this is channel or download from the source because of the pure vessel. And that morning, I feel really good energy in my body. So this piece of work is to bring people together, to bring people to the original state from their heart and in their heart. And the heart is where the portal open. That's where your new earth is from within the heart. So all of this incredible human being step into the community, step into as their own pillars, and you guys shine yourself. And you guys shine in the valley. And I just sat there, I didn't do anything, right? Like I was like, look at you, you shine by really in the circle that I host, the circle that we co-create, the circle that, individual, you have the free, those like 5 days, the Christ consciousness especially. Like I was like so amazed, Christina, what you did. It's death and rebirth. That is like, you bring cosmic feminine to life. And what you learned to embody it, the churn of the light. Say as it is. And you become the midwife of your own. You can be midwife of your own. You are more than ready to serve your community. Just when you feel your feel. As I ask you why you are here just now. And with Jazz, we get to know, honestly, I don't know how, but I know that you actually in one of the session. Yeah, it's the moon channeling session, and you heard someone channel on behalf of, how do you say that? I asked a question, and then that Mali actually mentioned about me, and then you remember me from there, and I can't remember any one of them because I remember that my phone was in and out. I was in the shopping center. So you already remember me from there, and that's the seeding part. And I was like, I think that I was already have that ideas. I was asking Mali, says she channel, and she's shamanic women. And somehow it was just the seed up to come to you. I think that it's a seed that you have received. And then we connected by when we opened on the 22nd of February, and then you just joined, coming closer and closer with us. And then Jess and I, we have a lot in common. First of all, I'm born in 1979 and she is 1997. And we are Aries. She's only like, 3 days after my birthday. And what else? It's just like when we connect the first time, I was like, oh my God. When I read what she put, she write a lot to me. I was like, I feel like this is me. I was like, she can read me. So it's just like mirroring, right? It's just like, oh, I need to connect to this girl, this little girl. Like you guys are all younger than me, I think. So that is like, oh, I need to connect with all of you guys. So that is how Jess stepping into too. And I asked her, I said, what you desire to do? Like, what is the mission? And she's just starting up as well. And she shine. And she's really into Earth, Mother Gaia. And she's on the womb space, the womb wisdom, Akashic record practitioner. And I invite her to step closer to the valley. And she just simply built with ease and grace, she built the temple. And straight away, she co-create. So yeah. And with Kyle, I only know from your live that you already see me on the Back podcast. And I was on live on the 22nd of February because I was saying, hi, Christina, you remember the feeling of that? It was that 3 days, it was really high, and it's really potent. The Egypt, the pyramid that we feel into, and Christina opened first without, I was still sleepy. She's like, Lillian, I need to open this like I can be early. I was like, do whatever that you feel, right? When we in the same community, you feel it. I was like, there's no need permission. So yeah, that is like, I was like, oh, the job is done. Oh my God, the job is done. I was like, what am I going to do next? I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to Egypt. Where am I going? I'm going to my own home, which is Lemuria. So that brought the deities to Lemuria healing. So just so beautiful. And when Carl come in, obviously, everybody feeling to the fairies. What else are you feeling to Carl? It's just like up there, so high, and you don't need to do anything. We just, even though you're in a very state, the next minute you're up high. It's just, I was like, oh, this is too high. I need to breathe. I need to be in my body. So I need to be grounded. I was like, fairy need to be a lot grounded. As a leader, fairy need to be a lot really grounded, because you need to be able to see people. You're so high, people can't see you, man. So you come down on earth, people see you and people hear you deeply. And I know that I invite you to Pachamama Temple. It's all women. It's all about the womb and the lady. I was like, it's okay. Carl can hold that feminine. No, that is masculine. And you also need to feel into what is really feminine really means. Internal on your wording. And he was so quiet in the temple. Because he really honored the feminine by all the sisters, the female looking at the male, honored every single female is huge. It's huge. So you hold that pillars, Kyle, on that sacred temple. And you channel so beautifully at the end in your drawing. And I think that there's a big shift as well in your, maybe in your life, to see different perspective now. So yeah. And last and not least is Daisy. Daisy is just my sacred mirror on the other side. As what I'm doing here, she has already had that vision for a long time. And I only knew that last week. And she started to get understanding, oh my God, you have done it, like on the ether, on virtually. So I have anchored a conscious community in the ether. So for Daisy to come in here to doing the second part is to anchor, and we are manifest a real community, conscious community on earth. I'm talking about a real thing. Before I get Daisy on board, do you guys have a question? This is the next thing. So this one, what is the underneath the energy on this seed of life? This is the energy that we bring into the co-creation. It's continuous spiral. This is spiral. Our co-creation is non-stop. Why? I have a count of how many events that we have hosted. It's more than 30 events now. And I was like, I did not do these 30 events. I was like, this is like so bloody tired when you think about it, but it is not. I have a post that yesterday that one of the members said, oh, Lillian, I really admire you of your actions. I was looking at that word, ACTION. What did I do? What did I do? I don't really physically do anything. So why am I saying this? Because I know very clearly that 3 years ago, I was so tired. I think that Christina was with me as well 3 years ago. I was creating my own self-leadership container and I was bringing live in it because, you know, I had a coach and I had to build my own like online business and I was doing and it just crashed. My community closed, not sustained. I couldn't do it because it's a lot of action. And I have younger kids and I'm depleted and I have no idea why. And because I have so much action just by myself. And I know that when this calling me, I said that I can't do it myself. And I have 13 grandmothers come to me. They said that you are not doing it yourself. I sat with grandmothers every single night. They tell me different stories, but I'll share that more, but not now. So the first grandmother told me that in 24 hours, someone is coming and help you. And that's Christina coming straight away. The first person. So yeah, and I know that it's gonna be coming. It's just done. The thing my answer is just done. So yeah, that's it. So why am I sharing this? And I want you to understand that all of these little ones, again, I'm not going to detail like this is yours, this is mine, all of this. I just feeling. Unity of divine light. We are spiral together. We continue to co-create. That is why that sometimes you say, oh my God, this is so many events. I'm crazy, man. You're doing so much. But because of the people that we engage, the people that and when I say engage means we speak to them, they come to us. We don't even know who they are. And we in the event, we talk to people, we open the field and we share in a circle and gathering. You know what? They come and they create with us. So you will see that, especially the start off. What's that golden circle? They wanted to come. They wanted to join our community, but they wanted to host the event. Can I say no? You can't. I can't. And why not? Because that is their event and they have their own people. And I know that it's connected with Daisy. So it's a Daisy group together, right? So I want you to come back to this again. This is a co-creating and manifesting energy. Feel into that. And this is like in the middle, and this is us, and this is another line, whatever you wanted to call it. And you see it the golden, this is the heartbeat. I see the emerald color, the green is the colors of the heart. It's the high heart color. The pink color is the normal pink, like normal heart chakras. Is higher heart chakra is yellow. The green color. And then this is the source light, the blue ray. Whatever you see there is a message for you. I have my own message. I brought it. I was like, we are doing it continually. It's just I haven't stopped spiral. I know that this is stopped. It's just imagine just keep on spiraling. The energy keep on spiral, and we have people coming in and co-create with us. And the feeling of the joy, happiness is there. However, the event, whatever the topic, the title is, with co-creations with somebody, if you attend, another number of you have attended, you feel into that, the joy of co-creation. This is a little bit complicated. I couldn't crop this image in Canva. So what we see just now, this one here is the base. Okay, like what is this? It's the base. What if I'll tell you, Christina, this is yours. Energy circle. You understand that? Energy circle. Jazz, this is your energy circle. Daisy, this is your energy circle. Kyle, this is your energy circle. And obviously the top layer is gonna be like, like a playground in the middle. And then there's like, just Janice's energy circle. Tell me what you feel. What do you feel into that?
What's coming forward for me when I look at the image is an amusement park with like the Ferris wheels and like the Matterhorns and like the roller coasters. It's just these exhilarating experiences of embodied sensation that's just really super heightened. That's what I see and what I feel. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster and I'm just having a really good time. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm flying, but I'm also being pushed into the ground. The same, like it's like really working with the inertia of the planet, but being taken on this like exhilarating ride.
Exactly. Excellent. I feel that too when you said that. I really felt that. Yes. So I'm just gonna be unpack. Okay. So for what Christina just did, Christina, the next question is, what if this is your own community, another Sacred Heart Valley? Okay. Imagine this is us, right? And you expand. And that is your community. You're building your own Sacred Heart Valley and you anchor to wherever you feel where the grid is and manifest it, build into your body.
It feels, the only word to describe what this feels is just big. It just feels expansive. That's the first thing the first thing that came up was fear. Like, oh God, like this is really scary.
Oh yeah, I feel terrifying. That too. We all know.
But then like there's that expansion, you know, that you know, going into the unknown, that kind of, you know, fear space. Yeah.
I'll bring into your journey again. What if this is your community? You have 6 conscious leaders in your community here. You don't have to do it alone. No one said that you can do it alone. You can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I have you, all of you, as the leaders. And then when you expand, you have your own leaders. You call in the resonate people. Maybe now, not yet. I'm talking call in doesn't mean that I cannot have to call in. It's a receptive way. It's not a masculine way. So why am I sharing this story with you in the beginning? Because it can be done. I am done. Did you get it? When I say I am done, I'm not saying that I'm done and I'm going. It's not. I done it. I manifested. So next person, Jazz, how do you feel that if this is yours? And you have this underneath, remember, we all support it. That's why you, as conscious leaders, need to be really strong. As you guys are very strong, you walk as talk as yourself. Then you bring in your own aligned community.
When I looked at this, I felt abundance in all dimensions, all possible dimensions, all the fields, the electromagnetic field is abundant and is united as one, that oneness. Like there's no separation. When I look at this, that's how I feel. When I see it spinning to the right, I see it spinning to the left. That integration of both the masculine and the feminine, anchored in that, knowing that you're both. And when I feel into this being my own community, I feel the responsibility that comes with this. It's a huge responsibility. And it's also an honor that others could believe in you, believe in your love, and believe in your mission that you are capable of sustaining and holding this precious community. And I feel like that's what you do, Lil, and we're a reflection of you. So we each one can and will have a community like this. And I already feel it's like a knowing. That's how I feel, like an excitement. It's a knowing that it's going to happen, and just letting spirit take over, and not, there's no timeline really. It's timeless, and whenever it happens, it'll be perfect. And how you're saying that we'll be strong enough to sustain it.
Thank you so much, Jess. And it is done. Yours is coming. Yes. Because the inner knowing is really powerful. And again, the fear is very powerful as well. The fear is true, you know what? Because something is changing. Because it's going to break through. That's what the fear will come up. I actually quite love when my fear is coming up, because I know that I need to look at that. Because you feel like you're going to transform, and then your fear, and you just leave it to the divine, and you just say that I can't do it, calling people to co-create together. And then we have a chat. And then if you need a support, we have all of us, 6 of us here. That's where the underneath here is really important. So you guys are important to build yourself as a leader. And Kyle, how do you feel that?
Yes, for me, it's like the elements of nature, and like the divine masculine in nature, and then the divine feminine in nature, and blending, merging, and marrying the two as one. And just like connection to nature. When I see the image, I think of like the Amazon, like the rainforest, like all of that healing. So just embodying that as much as I can in the most balanced and authentic way from my heart, and then just creating that through my art as well. Yeah.
Beautiful, thank you. And Daisy?
I agree with everyone. And I also agree with Kyle's expression about the Amazon rainforest, the liveliness of life force, just bursting, thriving, pulsating everywhere. The more we explore our inner joy, moments by moments, earthly journey, the more we give birth to each other. And more just bursting out of the portal of the now. So I just felt like the liveliness. And by the way, I saw this in my dream also. I always listen to my dream. I know this is what we need to do together. Thank you, Lillian.
Thank you. So do you feel into the heart coherence here? Do you feel like really resonate at what I say? And are we going to, if that is not your question, it is time to ask as well. It's not that what I say is all correct. There's no right or wrong here. It's just like whether we are going to be together. So yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you like how are we going to do this, but I just wanted to know that whether you are coming on board to we together of the co-creation of your own community, your own conscious community, but a supporting of the Sacred Heart Valley. Are you coming on board?
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, okay, nobody responds.
Oh, yes, yes. I thought you were just asking Daisy and I'm
And I was
confused.
okay. So we will go through, I mean, we will go through later, it's just not now. And the how is not for me to tell you the how. The how is for you to feel into your body and coming to me and say how. So yeah, it's not like I need to tell Lillian in May, in June, in August, what? It will come. But I know that it is a new way of manifest that I learned. And I know Daisy and I, we feeling the same. They said, oh my God, this is what we already done. When I was sharing one of the YouTube. And when I say done, means that it is exactly what that person say is. You feel into it because let's say I want to buy a new phone, right? But you don't know where, like, you don't know like what is that for. If the universe said you want a new phone, you know what is that for? Because I want a new phone so I can get my clients to talk to my clients. So because you manifest something, you have the ideas. If you don't anchor, it means that you don't know, you don't bring that to the why. The manifest will never hit because the universe is sending you, but don't know where is it going. Like standing, not going to the other side. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So when you feel into the, okay, I wanted to get the phone so that I can call my mom, so I can call my sisters, I can call everybody, so that everybody can get info and all that, the phone is here. So the universe will know where to send the phone to. Otherwise, that the universe cannot meet you there. I hope that is not too complicated the way that I explain. So I manifest. I mean, I didn't even manifest, but I know I was feeling into this. I was like daydreaming, daydreaming of all of this, right? And then suddenly there's just coming download. Like everybody have downloads, right? But I feel into like, oh, I have this, I have this, I have this, and then later on it just happened. Because I know the where to go and what to do next. I just feel into what to do next. And I haven't even done anything yet. Is that clear? So yeah. So this is not a new form of manifestation. For example, like someone like you are very sunny, you want to rain. This is what is on YouTube. People always wanted to pray to manifest the rain come so that it's not so dry, not so bloody hot. But you are telling the universe that there's no need rain because you want the rain, it's always opposite, there's no rain. But when you feel into like, oh, my shoes is now wet and I can smell the rain, and like it's so like my shoes getting dirty because of the mud and too much rain, the rain know that it's coming because you feel into that. Because the rain's like, okay, she want that, she want to be muddy. The rain come. So can you see that? Can you feel into that? So it's not that you want something and then you manifest. It never comes. Because the universe that you want, and then what? You want and then what? It cannot bring you. It just go up there. You wanted to come to China here, it just stuck up there. You haven't come down yet because there's no direction. You're not directing. Oh yeah. All right. I want to hear from you guys. If that is making sense. So, yeah.
I love. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kyle. Okay. I love hearing everything that you're saying. A lot of my content lately has been about this very thing. It's kind of shedding a light onto the kind of toxic manifestation styles that have been presented in the last like 5-10 years onto the online space and causing a lot of people to make poor financial decisions, you know, rather than in the name of manifestation. I say this because I was one of those people and I did that. Like I remember, you know, jumping in, you know, I'm going to just take the risk and the universe is going to catch me. And then it didn't happen because I wasn't, you know, I was just expecting the universe to send me money. It wasn't that I was actually taking the aligned actions and really being intentional. And I didn't have the skill set to really tap into manifestation, which is really funny because I actually did, because that's what performance art is. You know, it's using the imagination to create a theatrical performance, using the dream world, using all of that sensory, like sense memory and emotional memory to kind of bring forward this like creation that really already exists. You're manifesting it. And my entire graduate thesis was a project in manifestation. I didn't even know I knew how to do it. I just did it. And I haven't tapped into it since then. And you just reminded me. I was like, oh, right. Yes. That is why
you
I'm an
are already
artist.
on the piece that you are like making it happen already. You got
Yeah.
it? So you're already using your body to make it happen. And it's just use that again and you will see it. And you will feel into that magic. So yeah.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Kyle, you wanted to share something?
That was beautiful, Christina. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, so with the image, it just makes so much sense. Like with like the cross in the middle, right? Like Christ consciousness, and then like with the circles around the four, it's like, well, like we're like the children, right? So it's just that whole connection and the co-creating. It's just because I'm very visual, so it's really awesome to see it as like it just makes more sense now. Like, you know, like the universe, you know, God, the heavens, the earth. Oh, 111 jazz. Yeah, it's like 11:11 here.
It's 1:11 here too. So
it's yeah, it's like co-creating, right? And I think it's just finally physically seeing it in reality, that like we're just expressions and like extensions of them, like one with them. And it's just this visual is just so empowering. Like, will you be able to take a picture of this for us and just like send it to us? I think it's just, for me especially, it's just like really grounding, and it just connects me back to like the whole and the truth, and just knowing that like we got this. We're part of something even greater than what we can even experience and imagine right now. And it's like, yeah, but it's just seeing this picture. It's like knowing that it's all going to be okay. Like, you know, and just to feel like part of something, it's amazing. Like to actually feel a part, like especially for me, like being a part of something, it just feels so good to be a part of something that like changes the entire world. So thank you, everyone.
screenshot. Why is on a screenshot? Did I do something wrong? Do you want to share something? Isn't it, Christina?
What?
Are you sharing anything? Screenshot?
Yeah,
of,
I just sent it in the chat.
yeah, I'm just open up. Do you want us to open up or later? I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was just a screenshot of us with the 11:11 in the corner.
Oh, cool.
Because I was at 11:11 too, so I just screenshot the
so we
picture
all
of us with 11:11.
So it's so powerful. We're on the 11:11 all the one. So we're so supported.
Do you share it on Facebook, Christina?
Yeah.
Yay, I love that. You took a screenshot.
Yeah.
Capture the moment. And I wanted to share.
Yes, Jeff.
Yeah, I just wanted to share, like, this is so inspiring because I have been feeling that we need to come together to collaborate. Like, I used to think that I had to walk this path alone, but now I feel like collaborating is stronger, more powerful, and we could reach more people because this is a time for us to really come together as a community and reach more people so more people can wake up as well, and then we could all heal together. So it's really, really inspiring. It makes me so excited. And I wanted to share about the manifestation. I have been feeling like that too. I feel like I hold myself back. Like I'm very much like hardworking person. Like that's how I grew up. Like you had to work hard for everything you have. And I used to feel very, a lot of pride in that. Like everything I own, I work my ass off for it, you know? But now I'm like, actually, it doesn't have to be like that. I could release some of the pressure, all the pressure from my back and allow space for spirit to help me and to come in and gift me because I'm worthy of receiving everything I want. So I've been thinking about that too because I've had my laptop for a very long time and I love my laptop. I thank it for everything it did for me, but I think it's time for me to get a new one. And I've just been holding back, asking spirit to help me with that because I start to feel like materialistic or egotistic or all these things, but it's really not. And we need it to be a service, how Lil was saying. We should ask for it and claim it and speak it out loud so it could really happen. So thank you, Lil. I'm definitely gonna do that. And I wanted to tell you guys, like, I've been enjoying this so much, but I have a fire ceremony that I scheduled, so I might have to hop out in a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. My part is nearly finished, but I think, let me see. Is there anything more that I want to share? No, there's nothing else. I was playing the image, but I wanted to show you the last part before I send over to Daisy. I sent you guys an image on the Facebook Messenger, but I just want, this is where it's coming. This is the original that I draw on the serviette, and I was using the apps called Mira, and I chose this image to play, and I saw the two mirroring of the Sacred Heart Valley, and it blew my mind away. And I was like, what if I had more than one? And what if we are creating this conscious community more than one? That's where the spiral that you see coming into. So yeah. So I have completed what I wanted to say today. So when you definitely that, when you go to, when you have your own community, bring into these stories and bring into the vision and how you weave into this vision, and your community will be strong. So yeah, that's it. So Daisy, take over.
Thank you so much, Lillian. That's so beautifully depicted your vision, how you brought everyone together, so beautiful. So Lillian, me, we've been kind of like brainstorming about this concept of conscious community. And so the first part, which is Lillian already, we all manifest together, is a virtual community. And for me, how we're gonna, actually, we're gonna be continuously expanding. There will be a phase that we're gonna physically manifest it on 3D level, which is we're gonna register nonprofit organization. And I suggested to Lillian, would that be possible that our conscious leader can be the board of directors, so we can supervise the direction, how we're gonna manifest it. Again, just like similar way how Lillian explained it, from one expand to another. So we may even one day manifest multiple like conscious community. But first, before that happens, we need to at least have one manifest. And I'm explaining to Lillian this concept of a round table, how we all come together. We are equally strong, and we come together once in a while to have something solid anchored on the 3D earth together. Because it's nice to be flying, but we should still once in a while get together around the round table. We agree what's the decision going to be moving forward regarding to registration and everything. And I have a sense majority of people that are located in the States. And so like it's probably better the first phase that we register in the United States. And again, I did look into the nonprofit registration, and there's no restriction about board of directors, whether it's in the States or outside the States, at least as long as majority of in the States should be fine. So that's one aspect, how we anchor on the 3D level for our community reach to fruition. And also another aspect is how we're gonna have a launch pad, which means that we're gonna have a website. Physical website. I mean, we have multiple groups that's manifested on Facebook, but we're gonna have a website, at least one website to start with. We may have multiple in the future, but as one, and I'm picturing it gonna have 3 sections. One section is alchemical tools and arts, for instance, with cows painting, and I have some essential oils that I created, and Janice, she has her 3D arts and 4D and 3D, but different kind of arts that she makes that we can list there, and whatever kind of excitement creation that we can all put up there. So for the public, they can see it. And then the second section will be healing gift and service offering. Like for instance, Kyle can have his reading, and there's other member who have gifted of their healing gift or Reiki healing and service can be all listed there. So that will be the second section. And the third section will be our community activity gathering circles. We're gonna, like every one of us, we all have our own list and agenda where we put out, but we would like to have a launch pad that all of our conjunctive activities and will be put there. So when we can bring focus on the 3D level, and that will be very easy for us to be presented to the public. For instance, in the future, if we apply for grants or like we have at least a 3D form that people can see it. Is it visualize, they know, oh, this is what you're talking about. You're not just flying in the sky, you actually manifest it. I mean, even if we haven't manifested, we have something visual for people to imagine, I mean, to picture it, to palpate it, to actually feeling it in their body. And we can also put in all the, like Lillian said, we have like 30 events already happened. We can list all the history of the events. What I suggest is that for each one of us, we start like making a playlist. Like if your community has your own YouTube, and you want to put a playlist of whatever you already like launched in your own community, and then we can put all those playlist history from each community and put it there, and as well as the update to what's the upcoming events. So that's the 3 sections that I think so far, but we may have more that's coming, but so far that's what come up in my mind. If you guys have any question or suggestion. Oh, also the name. I have few domains. I told Lillian, every time I got excited, I would register domains. So I have a basket of domains right now. And I talk with many people, what is a better domain? Again, I'm not an expert with website. I'm still like struggling with setting it up. Still in the process of designing, constructing it. One of the domains that I think might be good, because on the 3D level, we want it to be short and catchy at the same time. At first, I discussed with Lillian, I like the word beaming center, because like beaming our inner light, press conscious light, candle light up to the universe. So that's one concept that we can meditate on. And another one is it's actually Beaming Dao Center. Another one is a Cosmic Center. And I like Cosmic Center because we are kind of basically educate people to realize that we are cosmic being. I even have an affirmation for that. If you guys allow me, can read my affirmation? Thank you. Give me 1 second. So the affirmation,
and she only put Cosmic Center, which is 1C. It's just like Cosmic Enter.
yeah, exactly. I put it 1C, so it's Cosmic Enter, but you can pronounce it Cosmic Center. Yeah, I don't know. Just one day popped out of my mind. Yeah. So yeah, actually, it's not even that way. I was like trying to get e-commerce from GoDaddy, and I was talking with the customer, the salesperson, and he said you can get a free domain. And just right on the spot, I was like, okay, free. I'll just pick a random one. That one just come up to my mind at the moment. So this is the affirmation. We are cosmic being. Our beaming cosmic light creates time and space to anchor and manifest our inner abundance, abundant of light, love, dream, and the inner magic. Thank you. I love you all. Again, everything is just my own imagination. And if you guys have suggestion, critique, and let's work on it, we can brainstorm and bring the baby to the world.
Because Yusuf already, so Christina, Yusuf is Christina's partner, is already building the website. So it's not imagination, it's already done. It's doing it at the back. So yeah.
Thank you. I love you all.
This is so amazing. So I know that you guys are talking about, especially Daisy, you've been manifesting this for a while. What's funny is I've been wanting to be a part of a nonprofit for a while. Like that was, because I am very committed to one thing that really bothers me about the healing and coaching industry is how expensive and everything is, and everyone has to charge so much just to make a living. And I've been very devoted to keeping my services at a price point that is doable for working families and people who need the services. And it's really challenging to feel abundance, but also serve the limitations of the finances right now. So wanting to do a nonprofit where the money is more flowing and there's grants and there's more options of how to really create that abundance was just, that was so I was feeling that. I was calling that in, and here it is. So I love that. I love that we were manifesting each other. So that's awesome.
That's amazing. Thank you, Christina. We co-create it together.
Cosmic hug. Cosmic hug.
Cosmic hug.
So Daisy and I is manifest a piece of land to be a bigger picture. So let's do this one step at a time. So you never know. So yeah, so there's a piece of land. So we're creating a real conscious community in a piece of land somewhere. Let's see whether it comes or not. But we're doing, so we have obviously now what's the next step, or what is that? Is this we have to do it our own community first. Yes. So in a way that is not Christina's community, not Kaya community, not Jazz community, it's our community. So we do everything co-create. We have done a very successful example. Kaya calling in Daisy, they co-create straight away with no question asked. It just flow and there's no planning. The pre-chat is really important, means that you connect. And Jazz and I, we did, and also with the external community, just community members. Because I feel like, when you feel someone that can, you ask, they will say yes. Everybody want to help. And what's the worst? It's only no. No, it's fine. Right? You got nothing to lose. But the thing is that it's when the co-create, right? I found it that why There is so many co-creation coming in. It is really healing from all layers of body. So I encourage you to, don't worry that you can't come. If you can replay, you do it. It's second layered. I replay a lot of you guys one because it's second layer of healing. It's the healing that is addiction. But the joy when you in life, that joy, you can't compare. Even though it's like 5 people, like today, look at that. When Christina said, what is the intention? I don't know. No, Daisy, come in. We need you. I'm just calling. I have no topic today to start with. So I don't know what am I going to talk about. And then I feel like, hey, okay, we have like conscious leaders here. Maybe ask Daisy a special guest. And then Jenny's wanted to come in. I was like, great. It's a time to anchor this down, as in like open up, flesh out what is the real dream here. So yeah, but we have our own part to do to create. So start from sacred belly and then amplify out. And from here, I want to let you know that Daisy has her own community already. So her people had co-create, like Start Off and EE. If you see those names coming out, like those are, you know, like Christina, you see like Golden Age, the Rose Channels, all Christina's community. So and myself like sharing with Daisy how to be not accept everything, but just look at the calendar, place in the schedule way. It's not like everything comes in the flow. Yes, flow is good, right? But the thing is like you have important job now. You are the leaders of your own community and not Lillian's one, okay? I can share really quick. I can do really quick as well. And remember, if you can't do it, hands on, I need help. We jump in. I say it, I mean it. Even though I don't go to sleep, I also do it. So yeah, that's it. Now I am committed.
Oh, I got so much. I got so many visuals. Like for the website, I saw like our like portals like from each of the groups within the website, and then like links to connect to each of the like the embodied children of the light, the light language and all of that. It's like everything that we're doing on Facebook, it's like somehow within the website it all links together. So it's like that same consistent flow, like that people are able to access all of us and all what we do. Is just, yeah, it's very complex. Like I can see the energy. I can see it in energy.
I guess it is the energy, the action for me. If you feel that, it's not like I'm going to do that. For me, just you can feel, see, hear, listen. That's all. You play the games. Basically, you play the games with the universe if you are daring. When things come, you have to act. You have to go. That's my mindset. But yeah, because well, you know that I have experienced before. I said no before and burn myself off. So, yeah. So I think that I am complete. I think Daisy, you complete as well.
Yeah. For the I'm complete. I just want to add, I think to have a 3D kind of like something to anchor and also make us feel like once in a while we get together like a round table like this meeting, just feel like we are aiming at a goal together.
Yes.
And we all here to support each other, sister and brothers together. Yeah. At least we have a website before we actually physically manifest.
Yeah, but the things that surprising me, which is really good, that you put it on Eventbrite, and people coming in like when they come in, and you check the event list. This is like list of people register. I was like, wow.
Yes. Yeah, the Eventbrite truly kind of like opening me up because when we had the Pachamama temple, I didn't know a lot of them actually bought tickets for Eventbrite. I was really surprised. That big long list when I was trying to create the second event. That's why I realized, oh, that's amazing. And you see how much like amazing people they heard their soul calling, right? I saw that they're from you guys. I didn't realize.
Otherwise, Jesse, I was like, no. But not only that, so remember to take that emailing list as well. Yeah, so from that Eventbrite, I will take that. Obviously, if they register, you have the emailing list, right? Like email.
Oh, I don't really know how to do that. I can give you password, everything. You can play with. There's so much functions. I'm still learning.
No, you just screenshot that email list to me, and then we will add them on the Facebook to find them, and then we'll reach them out to say thank you. And I said that if you want, we just let them know that we have a few activities that you might be interested, and then this is you sort of like funnel them in. You got it? Because Eventbrite, then you funnel them in, so they will come into closer to you.
That's nice. Nice PR skill. I love it. Thank you.
All right. I think you can, if you can screenshot or send me copy, probably just copy and paste is easier for me. So I just send it to my email so that I can highlight them, because on the messenger I can't do the highlight. It's only select. So yeah, to make my job a bit easier. So yeah, if I can find them, I find them. Otherwise it's okay. They come again.
Okay. And yeah, thank you. I'm complete, at least for this aspect. There's just one more I want to touch base with Kyle, and then I'm done. Oh, it just Kyle, and remember tomorrow morning at 9 your time, 6 my time, our first psychic party, cosmic party.
Yeah, I think my time is 11 o'clock tonight. Yeah, I think this is tonight. Cosmic. Oh, I don't know. I need to go and check first. It's not in my calendar. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Okay. Does everybody feel complete?
Yeah, I'm complete. Snuggly.
Alrighty.
Snuggly kitten.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you too.
Bye.
Good night. Good night. Love you all. Love you. Bye. Bye.
Funny movie.